Good evening and welcome to Midnight Movie Club. In tonight's video we have some news regarding the sequel to 2018's Halloween. So last year's Halloween, directed by David Gordon Green, who also co-wrote the script with Danny McBride, was a box office success, and even with the way the film ended, we all knew that there would be a sequel coming if it done well. And it ended up doing really well somehow. I don't understand the love it gets, but that's just me. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know I really was not a fan of Halloween 2018. The whole doctor with the mask scene just took me out of the movie completely, and the only memorable thing in it for me was that one long single take of Myers stalking Haddonfield. That was awesome. But the film was received well and it has lots of fans, so here we are, and we have got news coming from Collider that Scott Teems, who has also penned the screenplays for Blumhouse's Firestarter and The Breathing Method, which are currently in production, will pen the screenplay for this sequel. And it's weird, I honestly thought that Green and McBride would be back to write the sequel, since I remember them saying something like they had already had plans for a sequel and they were ready to shoot both films practically back to back. I can't quite remember the quote entirely, but it was something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Collider has also stated that it is likely Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer and Andy Matichek will all be returning, and that's good to know. I did like all of their performances, I just felt that Greer's character was useless and had such weird motivations. Her character does a complete 180 out of nowhere, so I'm hoping her character in the sequel has a better arc. And I hope Matichek's character does something else other than run through the woods. And I really hope that Laurie in this film doesn't piss me off as much as she did in last year's film. So it sounds like we could possibly be getting the next Halloween movie for October 2020, I reckon. I think this year would be far too much of a rush, and I would prefer if they just took their time with it and went for next year, which I really do think they will go for. So fingers crossed for me anyway that the new writer means a new direction for this series. There is still no word yet on who is set to direct, and there has been no mention of Green returning. I can't imagine he will if they didn't opt to use his and McBride's script, which really does surprise me after the success of the last film. But anyway, I'm certainly hoping for an improvement on last year's. Let me know in the comments down below what you make of all of this Halloween news. Are you excited for a sequel, or are you like me and very cautious after last year's? But if you did enjoy last year's, then certainly let me know in the comments as well. Let me know what you liked about it. All opinions are welcome here. Let's have a discussion. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to join the club. As always, thank you very much for watching, and good night.